Good morning everybody and welcome back to I Loaf You. Today we are going to be making a turtle cheesecake. So as you'll see here, I have my pan, my 10-inch springform pan, which I have pre-wrapped in aluminum foil, and I have pre-sprayed the inside of the pan, and we are ready to put our crust in, which is pieces of brownie. So I'm just breaking apart my brownies and toss them right into the bottom. I'm using probably 4 brownies. If you like a thicker crust, you can use more than that. But usually I find that 4 is plenty. So we just want to take it and press it right into the bottom of our pan. Next step, we need to add some nuts to our brownie. Because I'm not using a brownie that I have put nuts into, and turtle candies do have nuts in them, you want to just spread out some nuts. You can break them up a little bit. These are pecan halves that I'm just breaking up a little bit. And you just want to have a nice sprinkling of them on the bottom, and you can press them down right onto the crust. Alright, now that we have our crust put together, we need to make our filling. So right now in the mixer bowl I have our cream cheese. We just want to start to blend that up. It should be nice and soft before you start this step. So if you leave it out for a little while just to warm up, that would be perfect. But we will start to beat it, and as I add ingredients, I will label them on the screen here for you and explain as I go along. So at this point we are going to add our granulated sugar and our cornstarch. I just want to get that mixed in well before we switch from our paddle attachment to our whisk. now that I have scraped down our bowl again and I've swapped out to our whisk attachment. So now we want to crack our eggs one at a time into our batter and just mix them up. Now we are going to add our vanilla, and we are going to slowly add our heavy cream while we mix. You just want to be careful. You don't want to go up past 50% speed on your mixer. Alright, now that we have our cheesecake batter, and I've stirred it around a little bit just to make sure that there's no lumps, it's nice and mixed, we want to pour it into our crust. Alright, so we have our oven preheated, and I have a sheet pan in here that I'm going to be using. So you want to put your cheesecake right on there and push it back into the oven. Now, last step you want to do, you want to pour some water around your cheesecake so it makes a water bath. You want to make sure you're not going to overflow the pan, but just enough that it evenly bakes your cheesecake. So we are going to start our sauce, our caramel, for the cheesecake. So we are going to start off with our saucepan with 18 ounces. So 1 pound, 2 ounces of sugar. We are going to add to that a half a cup of water. And we're just going to stir this a little bit so that the sugar is completely moistened. And then we are going to pop this on the stove on a medium heat while we measure out our heavy cream and our butter. Alright, so we need 1 pint of heavy cream, or 2 cups. Now, while our caramel is cooking, we want to remove our cheesecake from the pan. And pull it from the tin foil as well. And if you're eating it at home, you can leave it right on this cheesecake pan, plate. However, mine is not for me. So you do want to separate your cheesecake from this pan, and we are going to relocate it onto a cake board. We're gonna make our ganache. So you want to take exactly even 1 part heavy cream to 1 part chocolate chips, the semi-sweet chocolate chips. Use the same cup measure that you used for the chocolate chips for the heavy cream. That way you get exactly the same amount. And we will pop that in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time and just whisk it until it comes together.